The Chairman and President of Concepcion Industrial Corporation, Mr. Raul Joseph Concepcion.
Can you hear me? So first of all, good morning. Good morning to everyone. Good morning to our partners from Midea Asia Pacific region, our CIC executives and leadership teams, our friends and influencers, and most especially to you, our valued retail partners. Welcome to Clark. You know, it's truly special to see everyone gathered here today. You know, this convention happens only once a year. And what makes this moment really meaningful is in the day-to-day rush of targets, the store operations, the launches, and the logistics, we rarely have the opportunity to step back and appreciate the partnership that drives our shared success. So today, we pause. Not just about to talk about products, but to talk about directions. Because today is about alignment. It's about our partnership. And it's about where we want to go next together. So let me go back. It's so hard to read from here. So as we're not as good as the others, but so as I looked around this room, I see a lot of familiar faces, partners we have journeyed with for many years. I also see many new faces, a new generation of leaders who will shape this industry. You know, it reminds me of myself when I started this business 40 years ago. By the way, I'm only 50 years old, right? So I started at 10 years old. You know, some of you were with me then. Please, you know, I guess you will not admit it. At that time, we were young, idealistic, then had a little more hair and less weight. At that time, the market was very different and business was very much simpler. Today, we are more seasoned. That's another word for old, more tested, and more mature. And the industry, it has changed even more than we have. You know, our customers have changed, technology has changed, product cycles are shorter, standards and regulations continue to rise, competition has intensified and capital is tighter, margins are thinner. And people running this industry, including all of us, are evolving as well. And you know, as we evolve, as you get older, and as you evolve in life, one thing becomes very clear. Each of us search for meaning, for a purpose greater than ourselves. Over the years, I've learned something simple. I want to work with people who share that same vision. Because when values align, then trust follows. And business, it's no different. True partnership is not just about increasing sales. It is about building something meaningful together. And so, you know, before there was CIC, there was Concepcion. More than 6 decades, our founders, my grandfather, and our parents believed in one powerful idea. Yes, the Filipino can. Not a slogan, but a conviction. They believed at that time that the Filipinos could do excellent work. They believed Filipinos could build world-class products and businesses. That work done properly creates dignity. That discipline creates opportunity. And so from the beginning, our mission was very clear. It was about building better lives for Filipinos, not someday, every day. And so that belief built this company. It built our factories. It built our brands. It also created opportunity for the thousands of Filipino families. So Concepcion was not established merely as a business. It was established as a commitment. And that commitment still defines us today. And so today, that conviction lives through Concepcion Industrial Corporation, or CIC for short. We began as that conviction has grown into one of the country's leading appliances and air conditioning companies and platforms. For more than 6 decades, we have evolved from a single industrial operation into a diversified network of brands, manufacturing, distribution, engineering, installation, and nationwide service support. Over the years, we have expanded our offerings and strengthened our portfolios, bringing together trusted global and local brands such as Midea, Toshiba, Carrier, Condura, Otis, Kelvinator, and our baby, Shark Ninja, among others. And also today, we serve across the full spectrum of the Philippine economy. From Aling Rosario's sari-sari store down the street to the nation's gateway to the world. All the airports basically is serviced by us today. From the small family-owned retailer to major commercial and industrial developments. From a single appliance in home to integrated building solutions. And in 2025, that platform translated into record performances. 26 billion in revenues. If we were to take it based on SRP, over 40 billion of revenue in 2026. We sold over 1,750,000 appliances alone in 2025. We have market leaderships in air conditioning and refrigeration. And recently, we were recognized by Time Magazine's Asia Pacific as one of the top 500 best companies in Asia Pacific. You know, these numbers are not just scale. They represent trust. Behind every unit placed in a home or building is a Filipino family, investing in comfort and quality of life. Behind every installation is a network of Filipino workers, engineers, technicians, retailers, and service partners. And that includes you. You are not just selling appliances. You are delivering comfort. You are delivering a quality of life. And for us at Concepcion, that responsibility is anchored on a simple principle of quality, trust, and service. What we call our seal of excellence. Not a slogan, but a standard. A standard that governs the products we carry, the brands we represent, the partners we choose, and the way we show up in the marketplace. Because scale alone does not build trust. Standards do. And so, more than a decade ago, in 2014, we formed a joint venture with the Midea Group. It was not reactionary. It was strategic. We saw what was coming. Scale would matter, technology would matter, supply chain strength would matter, innovation speed would matter. And as you can see with the presentation of Albert, Midea brings a global R&D, manufacturing excellence, engineering depth, and more important, the ability to innovate in scale. But, global strength alone is not enough. What you need is local understanding. You need relationships built over decades. You need execution disciplines in this marketplace. This is what CIC brings. When global capability and local stewardship move together, we do not add strength, we multiply them. We create resilience, not for one cycle, not for one season, but for decades. This is why this year's themes matters. The power of one. Because the power of one is not a campaign. It is a decision to align. One direction, one standard, one shared responsibility to the Filipino customer. When CIC, Midea, and our retail partners operate as one platform, we move faster, we reduce friction, we protect margins, and we strengthen competitiveness. In a fragmented market that we have, alignment becomes an advantage. And when we align, we do not compete alone, we win together. And so, the reality ahead, and let me speak frankly, the world we operate in today is not the same as we grew up in. Everything is changing, and it's changing fast. Technology is reshaping industry. AI is transforming how we work. Digital platforms is rewriting distribution models. Business models that took decades to build can now be disrupted in months. Put on top of that, you have global uncertainty. Look what's happening today, right? Very recently in the Middle East. Global uncertainty surrounds us. Geopolitical tensions affect trade. Conflict disrupts supply chains. Politics shifts influence and influences regulations. And what we've seen is something that begins in one side of the world, like COVID, can quickly spread to every market, every business, every home. The world will not slow down for us, guys. And doing the same thing, even if we do them well, is no longer enough. And so, transformation is not optional. It is required. We cannot control external events. But what we can control is how we organize ourselves. And in this time like this, partnerships become even more important. So, in business, like in life, you choose, you stand by, who you partner with. You choose partners whose vision aligns with yours. Not just focus on quarterly volumes, but on sustainability. Not just about chasing price, but protecting value. Not just about growth, but more important, impact. For me, that vision has been very clear. To build better lives for Filipinos. And when I say Filipinos, I mean our families. There's a face to Filipinos. It's our children, it's our parents, it's our employees, it's our partners, it's our communities. When our values align, trust follows. And when trust is strong, partnerships endure. So in a changing world, institutions without identity struggle. But Concepcion has something different. It has a face. It has a name. It has accountability. And when you deal with us, you know who stands behind that commitment. And that continuity does not end with me and my generation and Rafi's generation. What we call Concepcion 4.0, the new generation, the next generation. My son's 2 sons, Rafi's 1 son, but soon to join another son, will be stepping into the responsibility. Not heirs to comfort, but heirs to accountability. Because this company is not built on our surname, it's built on stewardship. They stand alongside a new generation of professional leadership. Ariel, for example, Anna, and the many and 12 ex-coms that we have. Professional leadership chosen for capability, discipline, and merit. And so when family continuity, professional leadership, global partnership, and retail alignment come together, you just do not have a company. You build something that lasts forever. So in a world we cannot control, what we do is we choose alignment. We choose discipline. We choose partnership. We choose to build, not just for this quarter, but for the next generation. And if we stay aligned, if we stay agile, if we stay committed to doing things properly, we will not just survive change, we will shape it, and we will shape it. So today, let's reconnect, let's realign, and let's recommit, because our strongest chapters are not behind us, they are ahead of us. And so with that, thank you very much.